Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's a really early stream today, so I guess it is good morning. But welcome everybody to the not the weekly dev stream because we don't really do this every week. But welcome to the release stream, I guess. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be waiting for the countdown, which we have right over there. You can almost touch it. It's so nice. For the release of Update 6 on Early Access branch. Good times will be had by all, yay. Okay, we're releasing a bit earlier today. We usually release it around like 5 or 6 or something like that, and today we're gonna be releasing at 4 our time. It's gonna be super early for all the US peeps. So yeah, good times will be had by all. I was thinking, wait, I screwed it up. I was thinking we were gonna start the stream. I messed it up, chat. Don't worry about it. I was thinking we were gonna start the stream with like a little bit of community highlights, but Jace is on break at the moment. I guess it's a little bit sad because he got the sign that's just gone. So we're just gonna have to kind of try and do community highlights without Jace. Whoa, what the?
Oh yeah, community highlights. Let's go, baby. Let's go. My body's ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh boy.
I want to see what the community's doing.
The community.
Let's tell me about the community.
Where'd you show up from? Holy shit.
Hello, everybody.
Random Jace appeared. He's super effective.
Bam. No, I would never miss a community highlight segment. I live for it. It's my air.
Yeah.
You know.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Nah, I was hoping you'd be like,
Slept all right.
Yeah.
Had udon for breakfast.
What?
Udon.
Wow. Fucking fancy.
Yeah, I know. It was good.
I did the Chevda route because yesterday I had Brooklyn and today I had Oriental.
Oh yeah.
And now I had all the food I want.
The standard.
standard.
Just those two places. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
Brooklyn burgers are good. Wait, the Indian place.
yeah, the Indian place is good too. Actually, that's true. I always forgot about that place. Yeah. It's good. Anyways, so we're gonna spend the rest of the evening talking about food in Chevda.
Yeah, welcome to the community highlights. We're gonna talk about the Chevda community. All right.
The Chevda food community.
No HelloFresh today. Actually, there might be, and I need to be. Hopefully, I'm not on the stream when they call.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Get the shit out of here.
Well, I gave you. That's a gift. It's the gift that I gave you. Why would you throw it away like that?
I don't like it. All right, here we go. Community highlights.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! First up is from What's Your Alibi? What is your alibi?
Yeah, what is your alibi?
It looks like
Where
they're
were you on
underwater.
the night of the 5th? It does kind of look like we're underwater. That's true. This could be like this Atlantis factory building or something.
Oh yeah, quick, Jay, stall. I gotta find this.
Here. Look, Snit, check this out. Look.
I can't check it out because you stall.
Look here, read that while I stall. Great. So,
No, I know where it is.
Okay, great.
I'm just gonna find the.
Great submission. But yeah, I dig it. I love the whole red and blue reflections situation. Also, I don't know like what creates those crazy looking reflections at the top there. What is that?
I think that's. I think they're like because all the reflections in the game are screen space based. So I think they're trying to do some kind of reflection.
Reflecting
but, like,
off the ground reflection, maybe, or is it
maybe.
reflecting off the?
Maybe from the lights. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Because I don't think you can do like second pass reflection on screen space. So it's like you can't
True.
reflect
Yeah,
on something
that's
that's
true.
been reflected.
Not with that energy, anyway. The attitude.
Yeah.
Cool. And then like the other buildings there, what are they? Are they? I can never tell the difference between them. Are they smelters? Are they smelting limestone?
I think they're foundries.
They foundries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think this is a steel. Where are my notes? Come on, show up.
Where are your notes?
Yeah, this is steel foundry
Steel,
like setup. So I'm pretty sure they're foundries.
I always get confused between them and the smelters. Because weren't foundries like originally like an MK2 smelter?
Yeah, foundries were originally like Mark II smelters.
Yeah.
Or
that's what they were called.
and
anyway.
before that, there was a smelter building. Yeah, it was a smelter with 2 inputs, and it was supposed to be just faster. And then it was just confusing, I guess. I don't know what the decision there was, but yeah. But it's very nice. But I don't know what it is with that makes it look like it's underwater.
I mean, the fact that like everything's blue might do it. I don't know about you. That's a strong association with me and water, the color blue. I'm a bit, I'm random like that.
You drive a hard bargain, sir. Yeah, I like it. All right, next is our Starfoo. Or Starfoo.
Starfo, maybe.
Fo?
I'm not sure.
There's a bunch more, by the way, where this is from Reddit. So if you want to check out some of these submissions or see more about them, you can totally.
The planets in the sky, by the way.
Oh my
so
god!
Good.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know if you've seen that, but on the Reddit, there's been a bunch of discussion around like how the solar system works now because we changed how the sky like is rendered, and like how that's a gas giant. You can't have another planet. Like how big is that planet behind the gas giant?
Not to our puny human brains.
No.
We cannot. We did not evolve to comprehend this kind of stuff. You know, we can only look at our own. Solar system.
Yeah.
We don't have telescopes that can see beyond it.
No.
You know.
This is more than we can comprehend, really.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But we clearly have other people here at Coffee Stain who can comprehend it, which is why it's there.
This is the action. You know how like in Interstellar where they had they did like a realistic rendering of like a black hole, and that was the first time they would be able to do that because it cost so much money to like do the rendering, and now they could spend it on the movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is here.
Yeah.
We've had huge budgets from NASA to recalculate how these kind of
and Valheim sales.
Valheim and NASA. Those are our biggest contributor to this this amazing contribution to society. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No, but the factory is awesome too. I've seen more and more people using signs to like make not ASCII art, but like
Yep.
like the S
Yeah,
there.
just like the pixel art kind of stuff there.
Yep.
Yeah. Super good.
Remember the Power Rangers from last stream?
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh yeah.
And then there was like another cool like logo with text the stream before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I love this. This is not. I would not live here, but I would like to visit here. I like to go on business trips here. You know, they're like, hey, you need to go to STARS Innovative Industry, the factory location, and give a talk on how community management is really important. And I'd go there and I'd do it.
If you pay me the business.
Yeah,
expense,
you just gotta pay the
Yeah.
ship, the rocket that'll send me there.
I like what they're doing with pillars.
On top of the building, on the
beams.
right-hand side?
Might be beams, actually.
Yeah.
A nice little detail there. Next up is from Starfur again. Oh, this might be a separate. Yeah, this is a different angle.
Of the same thing. Dang,
Yes.
This place is really good.
Really cool, like way to use the window thingy because I've seen people.
Swooshes up
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
That's really great, actually.
I've seen people do that before, but I've never seen it like in this way.
Yeah, like this, like because we've seen like the stripy stuff where they leave a hole in the buildings so
Yeah.
you can see the windows, but I haven't seen them swoop up like that
No.
before, personally.
And it's so clever because it's like there's also the edges with the window meets the corner.
Yeah.
It just creates that loop. Makes
Wow.
it nice. Real clever.
Yeah, super nice.
Yes. Next up is from the nonchalant. This is saying a lot. So look at we talked about the sky. Very, very beautiful.
Are we looking at the sky again here? Is that what we're looking at?
This is such a like. Someone's like taking a snap of something, and then out of nowhere, just like a skunk just shows up, like. "Ah!"
Isn't there like a meme for this? It's almost like the perfectly cut screams kind of meme.
Yeah, it kinda is.
I can hear
It
this
kinda
picture. I can hear it.
It's the same kind of energy where people take, in the new Wind Waker remake, where they're fighting Ganon and they're taking selfies. And you
Oh,
see
yeah.
Ganon coming up behind.
In pictures you can hear exactly your.
Yeah, exactly. So I love this so much. It's also so funny with the FOV because the hog's mouth is so wide. It looks like
Yeah.
a different creature
Yeah,
than what
this
we're
is
usually
wacky.
used to. So yeah, we'll be right back.
To be continued.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Next is from
Oh.
arbitration.
Arbitration?
Arbitration?
Yeah.
Really
Okay,
cool
wait.
setup for the. It's like a bidirectional hyper cannon.
Oh.
So I guess I don't know if they're shooting like you doing the thing where they're making a cannon out of it, or if it's just like to speed up the hyper.
Yeah, just so they can get quicker travel in general. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know that there are some hypertube lines that I take on my map which are just painfully slow, because you get a slow start and you're going uphill. Or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you do need to like do like a fall or something.
Yeah.
So you get somewhat of a decent speed. But this is definitely a better way to do it, I think. Next bit from Wizard Shep.
Ooh.
So it's kind of funny. You know how like we always see people make like factories that make the parts that Like the factory building is the part that they're producing.
That they're making. Yeah.
Here's a little bit like of a twist on that, because it's not actually making nuclear nobelisks. It's making power. So this is a power plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they jebaited us. We thought.
We got jebaited. Yeah.
Oh. We've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
This is massive, by the way.
It is.
Holy hell.
It's look at you can see the planet behind it. That's what scale.
It's bigger than the planet.
The planet is next to it. You can't tell from this
Yeah,
photo.
because the planet is this big.
Yeah.
And the thing is this big.
Uh-huh.
So it's at least 3 times the size. That's crazy.
It's crazy. So yeah, this is a nuclear power plant, produce 300,000 megawatts of power. And I always say, why would you need that much power? But then people always say, no, you need that power.
So they say.
So they say.
Do you have anything that shows that? I don't know if you're leading to a
No.
slide. Okay.
No.
I was like, is this a segue into a crazy power
You
hungry
got like
factory?
a fucking
Yeah.
this is a setup.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm like, should I be building on this or?
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
yeah. No, it's just a big old power plant.
It's true though. Like every time I think that I've built enough power and I'm like, I'm good forever. It's like, it's not true.
Yeah.
You need more.
I guess so. Next up is from Alex88FR. More work. I raise my glass to you. It's another Swedish meme. I gotta show you later.
Okay.
Actually, I'll tell you right now.
Sure. I mean, I'm here for whatever.
We got time to spare. It's like a Swedish radio show.
Okay.
Where they used to like call random shit. One of the most famous ones is they called one pizza place and they started ordering something, and then they called a separate pizza place and then they hooked them up together.
Oh yeah.
So they started feed ordering from each other. So pepperoni, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, pepperoni. Oh, you want pepperoni? Oh, okay, another pepperoni. Like, oh, is that good? So 50 minutes. It's 50 minutes here. Like, okay, so wait, and then go back and forth.
Yeah, right.
Fucking hilarious. There's another one where he's like doing an English, like calls someone up. Hey, baby, can you get me the Duke and the flop we got? And the guy on the end was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Intentionally using made up English words to confuse him? All right, right.
And then he's like, isn't this 5520442? Yeah. Well, this is bang on target, pal. We gotta take the brook and then shook. And just keeps going. I don't remember what the segue to that was.
It was something about raising the cup. When did they say raising the cup?
He's like, at the end of it, he's like, I raised my hat for you, sir.
Oh, okay,
have a good day. You have a cup. All right, bye. And then I was like, what the fuck?
What the hell was that? Right.
Anyways, Alex makes really cool city-esque kind of skyline. I'm kind of amazed that his save file is still working.
Oh, why?
Like, or maybe it's not. We don't know.
Yeah, it's true. We don't know.
We only
I don't
see
know if they're here
pictures
or not. But I don't know. We've heard stories of people with crazy save files that are from before the game was out.
Yeah.
Still working today.
Yeah.
Josh from Let's Game It Out. Let's Game It Gout.
Let's Game It Out.
Is an example of that. But this is also another one example of one of these building pictures where it's like, oh, there's all these like really cool stuff in the foreground, and then you've got the massive nuclear in the back corner.
I was gonna say.
This is a thing.
Yeah. I think this whole save file is kind of like that because it's. I think it's the same save file.
I don't know, and if it is the same save file, I have no idea how his PC runs it.
Yeah,
because we get massive bills from this guy all the time.
Yeah. Maybe.
Let's game with gout.
That's what I thought you said. It's like a spin up channel.
Yeah.
Next up is from Halt B80.
Ooh.
It's very nice looking. I like how it blends
Billie Eilish
in.
design.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I gotta say, I'm super proud of the subtitle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. I was up all night.
Yeah.
Working on that.
This hit you at 4 a.m. surely.
Yeah.
The golden hour.
See me like with blood eyes. I'm like, oh god, just the subtitle just not working.
Yeah.
What am I working?
I got a phone call in the middle of the night from Stut, and he's just like, "It just works, Jace. It just works." And I'm like, "What?"
I'll tell you tomorrow.
I'm like, okay.
So this is making iron plates 2,400 per minute to be precise.
Damn.
It looks like it's copper though, but maybe it's not.
Could just be the color of.
Yeah, it's probably because this is Northern Forest. Like the colors are way more saturated in the Northern Forests in the experimental version. So
I mean, it says iron works. Why would they, with iron plates on it? Why would they be feeding copper? I mean, that's crazy.
That's true. That would be out of this world.
That would be crazy.
Next up is from Strikeox.
Oh, it's Gary.
Yeah. Classic Gary.
I like how the pioneer over there is taking an Instagram photo of Gary.
It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I just so somebody posted this. This is my friend visiting my game, and they brought me a pet. What a weird looking dog. So yeah, play with your friends. It's fun, I think.
Yeah,
I think.
especially if their name is Gary.
Yeah.
Gary has salad, so Gary's happy. All right, that's good.
This is how you get rid of biofuel or biomass in our game.
Yeah, feed it to the slugs.
Feed it to the slugs.
This is such a cute picture, though. Just like even the whole like walkway and stuff in the woods.
Yeah.
Person taking a picture.
It looks very like candid too. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, it really
caught
does.
you.
Yeah,
Doing
it's
that wholesome shit.
like some IRL stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Love
I
it.
dig it.
Next up is from Strikeox.
Again.
This is
Oh.
some alien shit happening.
It's like a hologram. It's a big machine that has like a hologram of a planet in between.
Oh, yeah,
In the
it's
middle.
Kinda, yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like to me.
So Strikeox writes, I have no idea what I'm doing.
But
I'm trying to make it look good anyway.
It looks great.
So yeah, it looks cool. I don't know if there's anything happening or anything being produced, or if the idea is to get anything produced here, or if it's just like a cool art piece, or.
Yeah.
But,
I think it is an art piece.
But it looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
cool in night sky.
Also, the night sky right now.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god! That's one of the things with Update 6 that when I played Satisfactory, I jumped in. I played some Satisfactory a couple weeks back, and that was the first thing that I noticed because I haven't played it in a while. So like that was the first time I saw the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was super impressive.
Awesome. I didn't know we were gonna do that thing with the galaxy and the planets and shit.
Yeah.
So I had the same kind of reaction where like just booted up in the editor one day and it's like, what the?
Yeah.
This looks different.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing when we added the atmosphere, like the sky and stuff. Like if you're playing on early access right now, it's gonna be such a difference when like the new atmosphere kicks in and like the sky and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Volumetric clouds, baby.
Yeah. Nice.
Super cool. Next up is from Mr. Dr. Funk Monk.
A great name.
Yeah.
Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor.
All right.
That's Mr. Doctor to you.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, it's a really cool like tropical city here in the Spire Coast.
This gives me I don't know. And this is kind of weird, but it kind of gives me like GTA Vice City vibes for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
So it reminded me of Just Cause again.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
It reminds me of like one of the
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Because there's like one city that's just like on a little tiny island. Just,
I think there's like a bunch of like islands, right, or something.
Yeah. With like skyscrapers.
I gotta
and
play
stuff
Just Cause again.
Yeah.
It's so fun to dick around. In that game.
Yeah. I need to play the fourth one. People keep telling me it's not good, but I feel like I wanna,
It's Just Cause. The point of the game is just to have fun. I'm sure you can have fun.
I wonder if people are like, no, the story wasn't that good, and just like, what story?
I don't know, man. I didn't think anyone. You don't play the game for the story, do you? I don't know. I mean, I didn't. The story was fine,
What do you
but the
mean?
game was so fun.
The story in 2 is so good because it's got he's not dead, and the guy.
I mean, yeah.
That's the only thing I remember.
All I remember was that it felt like a parody of action movies,
Which
right?
I think is the point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so it nailed that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So remake of Just Cause in Satisfactory. Someone will probably mod that.
Yeah, we need the grappling hook to swing around.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
No game is worse by adding a grappling hook.
Right?
I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say. Next one is
Pokemon Red with the grappling
yeah,
hook. That
dude,
would be
it still
wild.
worked.
It
would still
it'd
work.
be wild.
Yeah. So Shady says hi.
Hello, Shady.
Hi, Shady.
Hello.
We're really cool. Like this is a train like spiral
Elevator
thing.
thing,
Yeah. I saw like an optical illusion the other day where I don't think maybe those work for this type, but there was an optical illusion with like a similar building in real life where people were like walking down a spiral like that, and it looked like it's spiraling, but it's the people moving.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I do, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I kind of hope that works like if you build like conveyor belts in a loop like that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that would work.
Yeah, true.
But this is really rad. This is like another take on the good old train elevator. When are we adding the train hypertube?
The train hypertube just sucks up a train.
Because it is highly requested that we add like some kind of
lift?
elevator for lift for
I mean, I think
vehicles.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. Train lifts would be sick, I think.
Yeah. But then we
But then we would lose these
we would
though,
lose
right?
these,
Like that's
yeah.
what happened with the
Yeah.
conveyor belts. Like undeniably, conveyor lifts are absolutely the
Oh,
right
yeah.
thing to add to the game
For
for
sure.
sure. But we did lose something. It came at a cost, you
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
Came at a cost.
For sure. Speaking of costs, next up is from Xero. I don't know what the segue was, but
Cost 0.
it
All right.
costs 0. Oh!
There you are.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm so clever in hindsight when Jace tested.
This looks like a So okay, rocket ship tower.
Yeah.
It looks like what it looks like. This looks like it could be like a fast food joint or something. It's like come get
Totally.
your burgers from
Oh,
Iron
totally.
Rockets. Iron Rocket Burgers.
Kind of, you know, those like where the waiters are like on rollerblades.
Yeah, something like that, like a
yeah.
like crazy diner
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, that's so true. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all vanilla.
Nuke Cola. Yeah. So,
Oh, that's so true.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, Shade. Shh. Shade's saying what we're all thinking, but let's not. Okay.
I mean, it has a flared base. Yeah.
Yes. So this is all vanilla. I saw. There's a video on this, by the way, from Xero where they talk about how they did this, and they it's like it's such a the story of how they made this is so much how like I play this game, because like they started with the exterior and they did this thing because it's all pillars that they're like angling and stuff like that, and then basing them, and then they were like, oh, this looks cool, and they tried building a factory inside and like, oh, there's not a lot of room.
Yeah. True.
So they had to space it out, but they did manage to fit some really
damn.
cool like
that's pretty cool.
yeah, circular stuff here. So maybe they didn't get like the insane like production lines that they were hoping for.
Yeah.
But it still looks really cool, and like
Yeah.
it definitely has like a mark. But
Yeah.
it's definitely another case of like what's going on in the background though.
Yeah, I know. This is another for sure. Like,
Yeah.
what is that back there? That's crazy. Is there a clock on that thing as well?
Yeah.
Looks crazy. Also, like a children's playground next to this building would not look out of place, I feel.
That's so true.
Yeah, like
though.
all the kids are like going through all the pipes and stuff and
Yes,
jumping around the
that's
ball
so
pit or
true.
something. Yeah.
Even managed to get the manta in the shop.
Oh,
too.
nice,
That's-
nice.
That's not easy.
And they look like massive like solar panels on the building at the back and on this thing. They almost,
Yeah.
I guess they're just windows, but they're probably just glass. But it kind of makes
Yeah,
me
definitely
gives me
does.
the solar panel vibes.
Yeah. So very cool.
Nice.
I'm liking this a lot.
Yeah.
Next up is from
Oh.
Flash 2828. Little gamer.
How many hours you got in the game, doggo?
Yeah. If it's not over 500, you're not a real
Not
gamer.
a real gamer, doggo. Well, it says gamer, doggo, so they've got at least 500 hours.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, just kidding. But yo, all the merch, by the way. Look,
Yeah.
Look, keychain there. Got the cup. Is that another big slug or something on the? What is that on the left?
The mic?
No.
Oh, which one?
It's a big yellow
The
thing.
yellow one? Yeah, that's that one. The yellow. You can tell. You
Do
can
we
tell.
have big ones?
No, it's just very close to the camera.
Oh.
It's another like gas giant
Oh.
situation here.
Right.
It's on the chair.
I see.
I think.
Okay.
But you can tell these guys.
Oh, I understand. It's on the backrest thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is from the early. So this is an early Kickstarter too. I just noticed because they got the green slug. The green slug. There's only a limited amount. I think they're also
Wow.
numbered. I think there's only like a.
Oh.
So.
Save that.
Yeah. For sure. If you guys are curious about where this stuff is from, it's from lizardago.com, one of our partners. Lizardago.com! Oh shit. Throw that away. And it started off as a Kickstarter. And if you were part of the early, like, what's the word? They have a
The early bird
early bird thingy.
backer or whatever it is.
Yeah, backer. That was the word I was looking for. Oh my god, they even got the keychain. They got everything. I just noticed.
Yeah, they have everything. Yeah, they got
Fixing
the
work.
keychain.
Yeah.
They got the cup. They got slugs. They got the nuclear. They got paleberry. They got it all.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. I love that Doggo's got the Satisfactory Calculator on the left. If you guys don't know what Satisfactory Calculator is, because there might be some people who don't know about it. I don't know. Satisfactory-calculator.com has a bunch of like really cool tools that you can use, including like stuff to like an interactive map where you can see all the things that are on the map. You can load your save into it to see all your buildings in there. You could also even like manipulate your save if you need to as well through it. There's like a lot of like really great tools on that. So
And you can also like edit your save file.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Indeed.
very cool. Let's see here. Next up is from Metal. You mind reading that one, Jace? What does it
You want
say?
me to?
I don't
It
have
says
my.
metal nutsack.
I don't have my glasses on right now.
Yeah,
I
no.
dropped my glasses. Oh my.
No, wait. It says metal nutsack. Sutnak. Hallway to Kojima's office. I get it. I get the reference. Because they had a crazy thing at Kojima Productions where they had this weird white hallway, right?
Yeah. And they had like their their
trophies
logo
and stuff. Or
yeah.
did they have, like,
I think it,
Maybe it didn't.
No, it was super clean and plain because I think he said that like I want every morning they come in and they're like clean, like their minds are clean or flesh.
And I'm sure a bright white hallway would do that.
Oh
sure.
yeah, it'll definitely wake you up.
Yeah, I guess
that's
I guess
sure.
so, or make you mad.
Yeah.
Either way.
They moved office though, so I don't think they have that
Yeah, I don't
anymore,
think so.
unfortunately. But it's a callback to the good old days.
Did they reference that? Like, was that an intentional thing that Metal Nutsack did? Or
no, it was
no,
just the first
something
thing that
you
popped into my head.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice little hallway.
But it's a nice little hallway. It's a really cool way to use the they're not floodlights, they're headlights. Or maybe it's just the lights.
I don't remember. I haven't really used the lights.
I can't remember what they're called.
Names.
No. But it's really cool. Like they use I'm not sure how they snap it because they're using the slanted roofs. That's what I was looking for. And then using the I'm not sure how you snap it. If you can snap it to the roofs or if you have to like make some kind of mediatory.
Oh, and then
thing.
build the roofs afterwards to
exactly.
make it look like they're on there.
Yeah, because you can angle the lights in some fashion.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you do it.
Don't have a lot of experience building them, so I'm not too sure.
They're so expensive.
Yeah, they cost a lot.
Because I build so big factories that I definitely need the frame rate. Yeah. Next up is from Belindis.
Whoa, look at that bright green sludge leaking out the side there.
Yum.
Oh boy, that's a lot of water extractors, by the way.
That is a lot of water extractors. So nuclear rod and nuclear waste buildings. So they're storing their waste.
Are they storing it in there?
Maybe. I think so. You don't see the full like
inside the nuclear rods thing. You can see some buildings, right? It looks like so.
Yeah.
Like maybe they actually do stuff in there.
I think maybe they're running everything underneath the platform.
Maybe.
But there's water there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they do it, but
this is good.
I love that they got one. I think that is one water tower at the left there. You see like the thing just goes
straight up.
and then there's one extractor right next to it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's a water tower. Just a hunch.
Could be.
But yeah, I'm curious as to like what the ratio between people that are building when they're building nuclear, then whether they're sinking like going through the whole production chain of making the other rods. That I totally, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Sorry. I just blanked back to hitting the cardboard at you. Sorry, I completely checked out. Can we say that again? Sorry.
Just like from Jason's perspective. It's fucking.
It was a cardboard of your face.
Yeah. Now I blanked that. What was I talking about? The ratio between like who are actually storing the waste and who are actually like, making the plutonium fuel rods and sinking them.
Well, we can ask them. They're here. One in chat if you reuse the waste to make plutonium, or two if you just store it.
You should just have three. Just for.
3 if you haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Definitely 3 for me.
So a lot of people reusing so far on Twitch. We have 3 on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we don't have. I forgot to check that if the closed captions are working because you couldn't get closed captions to work.
Okay.
On YouTube unless you had it in normal mode, which means it's like 30 seconds delay.
Right.
Super annoying.
So from what I can see, either people haven't, for the most part, people haven't done nuclear yet, or when they do, they repurpose it.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of good to know. There's a few people who don't, though. A few people who just store it. Maybe they just store it because they haven't got there yet, or maybe they just don't care.
That's definitely me in a nutshell. Don't give a shit. Cool. Hopefully that enabled it.
Right.
Yeah.
What were the options again? 1 was you repurpose your nuclear into plutonium. 2 is you just store it. Or 3 is that you haven't got to nuclear. But I think we got a pretty good sample size here.
Yeah.
I would say I could write a paper on this.
Use
I could. I just don't want to.
Chat as a reference. Can I...
Yeah. That'd be citation.
We're gonna need
Twitch and YouTube chat. Yeah.
We're gonna need like all of you to sign a
Release.
Model release or what's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Yeah. script that we can use during this this sample group.
Yep.
Or whatever. We need a control group.
Exactly. Oh wait, who's the control group then? Wait, we don't need a control
No,
group.
who cares? What the fuck?
It's
We're
just
not.
science, man. Who cares?
Hell
Who
gives a
cares?
shit.
You know what? Let's just use opinions. Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever. Anecdotal evidence.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
evidence.
I feel like most
anecdotal
people do.
evidence is in the word. Obviously, it's
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's exactly
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah,
it's just
for
like
sure.
it's just like a reskin. That's all. White Onak looks like my spine. Oh, actually true. Like, yo, there's literally people always joke that when you get to 30, then your body starts cracking and making all weird sounds.
Don't even get me
It's
started.
like actually true.
No, it's so true.
Like if I dare to like rotate my body that way, oh my god, my back screams in pain.
Yeah, there's definitely cases where like sometimes you wake up and you're like, what happened to you? You're like, I slept weird or something. I don't know what happened.
I know. I slept.
I just slept. And
I slept Oh, did you sleep weird? No, I slept normally, and
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
Yeah, I remember one time because when I go to bed, I usually wear headphones.
Oh yeah.
Because I listen to stuff when
Yeah.
I go to bed. And then one time I remember waking up and the headphones had like slipped down and landed underneath my back, and I slept on them or something.
Oh.
And I had like this one like part here in my back was just like hurting like crazy, and that was exactly where they were when I woke up. And that lasted for a week.
When you accidentally miss your ears and instead put your headphones in your back. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. I had a weird nightmare where I was like, no, okay,
Yeah.
put it back.
Put it behind me. The building on the left, kind of cool though.
Yeah.
It's got like the frame pillar kind of vibe to it, but obviously they're not frame pillars. They're there's glass and stuff.
Or are
And I
they?
kinda-
I mean, there's definitely glass in between, but
they're massive. These things are. This is massive. This
Oh,
is,
sorry, you said frame pillar. Yeah, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. So I thought you meant like pillar.
no, they're pillars.
Yeah. No, they're
Millers.
super cool. I like these when people are adding like little details, because
Mm-hmm.
you know the original intent with Update 5 was really that we didn't want people to keep building like boxes.
Yeah.
That was the
People
goal.
stopped building boxes. That's kind of.
And I think we actually achieved.
Or the people who do build with boxes, it's like really awesome brutalist stuff.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. All right, time to hold your horses for this one. So this is from Available Cry,
Rebars.
and it's a fitting name because they had to abandon the save file because it was running too slow.
Oh really?
Super sad, yeah. I'm not sure if you play this on early access or on experimental. Maybe the frame rate is better on experimental. But yeah,
It's the Shinra building.
God, it's so true. Now you say it. I didn't even think about that. I didn't see that until you mentioned it. That is super cool. A super cool city.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody realizes, unless you've built a city like this, how much time and effort it is
man.
to do this, and like
so
planning.
much concrete. This
Yeah.
they must make so much.
So
Look at
much.
all like the buildings in the back as well. Like this isn't just a close up on the best parts. There's like really good shit all the way in the back, and then even up on the
edge, I was
on
gonna
the
say, yeah.
cliff.
Yeah.
There's more back there too. This is crazy.
Yep.
It's so impressive.
And it's almost hard to like pinpoint like where this is on the map because there's no. I think
It's
that
everywhere.
I think that is the void you see behind us
Oh
there.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Grass fields. So just because there's so much stuff here.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. I wonder how.
I would live there. I'm gonna say it.
There you go.
There's so many, like one of the apartment buildings in the back. I would live there.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's true. It kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk.
A little, yeah.
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 So yeah, their 600-hour save game. I can't play it anymore because I only have 10 FPS.
10 FPS.
Sad times.
Oh, that's a lot more FPS than most people have.
That is true.
Some people don't have computers. They have 0. This is an improvement.
Yeah.
No, I get it. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But hopefully in the future, maybe you can boot up the save file again and maybe it'll load once
Yeah.
we optimize the game more.
Do some more optimizations, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's the community highlights.
Nice.
Yes. So as we usually do these on our weekly dev streams. If this is your first time tuning in, we do this every week on Tuesdays.
Oh, on Twitch.
On Twitch.
Yeah. So
where-
if you're a YouTube person, you can go check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Coffee Stain Studios Devs. Give us a follow there, and
Yes.
we stream there every week.
Yes. At 4 p.m. CST. So we roughly stream when we start our stream when the timer ends.
Yeah. So like an hour and a half from now.
Yeah, that's when I start.
Every Tuesday.
So we usually do community highlights there as well, and the way we find these is we go to the Twitter, we ransack Twitter, and we go check the hashtag Satisfactory Screenshots, which was started by Jace a while ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah, years ago.
For this? No, it wasn't for this actually. It was for something else.
Satisfactory Screenshots?
Yeah, tag.
I think we made it for. I had the idea to do community highlights.
Yeah, but it wasn't for the stream. It was something else. I think it was for us collecting. Didn't we do like a trailer or something? Maybe that was something else.
Oh, true. There was one video where we shared a bunch of screenshots. I think.
Yeah.
And videos as well.
Or a YouTube video or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. But we've been doing this for quite a while. We've been trying to showcase the community for a very long time, and you can also use the screenshot flare on Reddit as well.
Yeah.
It's also like even if you don't want to submit stuff, you can peruse, if you will, the screenshot flare on Reddit, and you get a lot of good images there. I would say there's probably more images on Reddit than there are on that
on
hashtag
Twitter,
on Twitter. I think so.
Sure.
You know,
we have a very active Reddit community.
Yeah, super
Just
active.
passed over 200,000.
200,000 pioneers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
We
crazy.
actually
that's
got
actually really crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. We actually got a couple of, because we just passed 200K on Reddit. We also got 100K on Twitter.
Yeah,
which
we
was
did get
also-
100K. Yeah.
Which was also saying so.
And YouTube's been doing really well as well. I think
Yeah.
we're like 270 or something, 280 or something.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
So
It's
much
honestly
support.
bizarre.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Super humbling.
yeah.
Super crazy.
And like I have trouble putting that in perspective, like personally, because those numbers are just too big, and I'm just like, I'm just working. I'm just making a video.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. You know, I try not to think about it too much. But then there are like other creators that I consider to be like massive or whatever, right? And I really like them, and I go watch them, and I'm like, hey, we kind of have the same numbers, and I see them as this big, like, great, influential creator person, and then I'm like, maybe I need to understand what we're doing is actually we get so much support, like it's actually really.
But I wonder
thing.
if you ever like realize.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me also doesn't want to really think about it too
No.
much. I just kind of want to just keep hanging out and just keep making stuff, and I don't really want to think about it too much.
Because I remember one of the first games I made. We made like a mobile game. It was downloaded by like 40K people.
Wow.
And we were sitting in a studio, or not a studio, a stadium.
Yeah.
And my friend or my coworker was like, I mean, it's pretty much the same amount of people here that play
Yeah,
our game. And I was
that's
like,
wild.
no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
So it is wild.
276K on YouTube. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
That is crazy.
It's so crazy that we have this many.
It feels like yesterday when we had 100K. We just passed that.
Yeah, and I was losing my mind at
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
So cool.
No, it's been quite a journey. It's been a really good one. It's been super fun. Honestly, the Satisfactory community has been so fun to like work alongside with, to entertain, to interact with. It's been really, really great.
Yeah.
And I've said it before a million times, but this is not something to be taken for granted within the gaming community at large. I think what we have in the Satisfactory community is like definitely top tier. It's
definitely one of a kind.
One of, if not the best communities out there. Sure. So thank you everyone for being amazing. Making our lives
easy, like making our jobs easy.
Making our jobs, like, it's not even just like that it becomes easier compared to others who have a hard time doing the job that we do. You know, you make it easy for us, but then it allows us to do more.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? We can just do better things together as a community.
Yeah.
Because everyone is just so cool.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone.
And if anything, it's nice that we can do like the amount of like inside jokes that we're
I know, it's so good. I don't know, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's very rarely I see other communities that
For a cheat, we're enablers, exactly. The best kind of enablers. Thanks, Sarah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks everyone.
Hell yeah.
All the hearts coming out. Thanks everybody.
Appreciate it.
All
right.
Do we have a no? Okay. No. Yeah. Cool. All right. I'm hinting at there because often we also showcase a content creator every week as well, but sometimes we don't have time to put that together. So none this week, but if you do come join us on the Tuesday dev streams that we do every week, we try and showcase a content creator as well. Yeah.
But I will pass on the tip I got, which was if you're on Twitch or if you're on YouTube, check the recommended, if you go to the Satisfactory, but specifically on Twitch though, but if you go to the Satisfactory category and then you click on instead of going highest to lowest views, you go to recommended and it will pick someone that will probably fit your like watching history or something like that.
Right. They
And
tailor it to
yeah.
what they think you want to see.
And give those people a shot, because like I've legit found people that I find like super funny to watch, and I've never seen them before, and I feel like I should have seen them before.
Right. Yeah. It is crazy. And like I mean, so it's great that Twitch now has that feature. I don't know if they had it all this time, but also even if you don't use that, Twitch always like sorts by who's being viewed the most, right? Do consider scrolling down a bit and checking out some others, because there's a lot of like really, really good people who are really entertaining streamers who are not really getting the viewership they deserve, really. And you would probably enjoy yourself if you hung out on their stream. So do sometimes check out the smaller folk and help them out. A lot of the really big Satisfactory content creators now were all really tiny before, like quite small, and they weren't really seeing anything. And like, so it's not all about who has the most views, right? There's like a lot of people who are really good. Even
Who's
they don't
got
have
the
a lot.
most laughs?
Yeah. So check people out.
For sure.
All right. Am I? Is this the awkward moment where you? Yeah. I mean, you have to say the line.
I mean, not really. Oh, actually, we're actually perfectly on time. I thought I'd see it.
They don't call me Jace perfectly on time, Varley. That's what they pay me the big bucks for.
Hell yeah.
No, this is the awkward moment where I leave because my job is done, and Snut's kind of like,
Other stuff.
Yeah, Jace, wanna get out of here, Jace?
You can sit in the corner and just be awkward, because like people won't see you, but I'll see you, and it'll be awkward for me, but not for them.
I'll just keep making eye contact the whole time and like shake my head at random things you say. And then you're gonna be like,
makes me doubt everything I'm doing. Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for having me, buddy. Thanks everybody for everything, and I hope you enjoy Update 6 when it comes out on Early Access in just an hour and a bit, and anything else it brings with it. Okay, so bye everybody. Yeah, thanks Chase, helps a lot. Thanks community, helps a lot. Thanks Nut, helps a lot. I'm taking my cups, I'm out of here.
What the fuck?
Bye.
Unbelievable. Can't believe this shit. All right, gang, we still got a solid hour and 13 minutes to spare until we head into the old release of Update 6. Super exciting. We're gonna have our producer Burke on in a second. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on. A little bit of a state of dev. For the game as such, because I haven't really had time for that, because we've had to prepare for this shit, the stream, and all the stuff. Man, it got really dirty when Jace showed up. We're fucking like cardboard boxes and shit. How's Dave been doing? Exactly, how's Dave doing? So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. If you've been with us in Experimental, you probably know a lot of stuff that we're showcasing today and talking about today, because, I mean, you are on Experimental. You've seen most of the things that are been going on the development branch, sort of for Satisfactory. And if you don't know what this is, when we're developing the game, we have like a public kind of test realm, sort of, is I think the term that a lot of companies use. Where we have like the sort of bleeding edge development of the game, and then we test that with community, and they try it out, and they've, it's a branch that has a couple of bugs that we're ironing out while we're fixing other things, and there are a bunch of crash issues, and we also do a little bit of balancing and yada yada yada. Introduce new things, new goodies. So like playing on that experimental branch, you get access to stuff earlier with the cost of like it maybe not being as stable as much, whereas on early access things will be much more stable. And like a little bit more set in stone as to like what the direction we're going in. So sometimes when people have played on the experimental branch, sometimes save files may have been like we intended to do one thing and that didn't work, and then people had to like rebuild and stuff like that. So that's what we've been doing up until now, and we released a patch on experimental last week, which is gonna be almost the last patch before. Well, it is the last patch because the next one is coming out in 1 hour. But one issue that people, I don't know if we clarified this, but one issue that people have been having on the experimental branch is that the map markers were broken. This was a known issue for us, actually. We actually fixed this before we pushed it out on the experimental branch, but we wanted to get the state of like the crashes and crash fixes out. And that was more important than us to like, because when we found that issue, we already made the build and we were ready to push it out, and we were like, it's another day we'll lose if we want to like delay that build just because map markers don't work and we know that it's fixed and stuff like that. So that was fixed before the patch went out, and I don't know why we didn't include it as like a known issue and like explained it in the patch notes. I guess our producers just wanted to be funny or something. I don't know. So that's been fixed. Like that was fixed before then. So don't worry about that. The most important thing with that build was that we wanted to sort of just get a gauge sort of the stability of the build in terms of how people were crashing or not, because there were a couple of issues that people were having that were like a bigger issue than what we had when that patch went out. So we kind of saw that and we're happy about that, which was a good like markstone for the build that's going out on early access. And another thing that I also want to really quick mention is that I mentioned in a Reddit post about how there's more like build pieces coming in the game. There's a couple that we didn't really plan for. What the fuck are you doing? Uzu, what are you doing? No, he left. People can't hear you, by the way. Yeah, no, people can't hear you. One of our producers like trying to like sneak into the stream here. Do you want to say hi? Okay. Say hi. Here's Uzu, one of our producers for Satisfactory.
Hey, where's the camera?
It's over there. The one who didn't put in
Yeah,
the known issue.
I broke the map.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't break it, but I didn't fix it.
Yeah, you didn't
either.
You didn't tell anybody about that. That was the main issue. The issue wasn't that we didn't fix it. The issue was didn't we say that it was a known issue.
Yeah, I mean.
So people were confused for a couple of days.
Yeah, to explain more on that, we had two very scary crashes with no call stack, so we couldn't really see what the problem was, and we fixed them internally. They weren't happening, and it was much more important to know that they were fixed for real rather than delay it a day for the map markers to also work. It was a small sacrifice,
but a good sacrifice.
Yeah. But they should be fixed for this one.
I like that you say they should be fixed when I just went like, no, they were fixed before. We confirmed the fix, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is confirmed, but you never know.
Yeah, you can never trust QA.
You can never trust anything.
No, QA are great.
Never trust yourself.
Yeah, no, QA are great. Or QA branch.
Yeah.
It looks like they're. I've only seen like the only interaction I have with them is I read their tickets from time to time, and they seem pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have no complaints.
Yeah, cool. All right, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
I just came to steal some stuff.
Yeah, what are you? You want the mug?
Yeah.
No. This is dude. There's like 1,000 mugs out there. What are you talking? What do you need to come in here and steal it from?
The golden one.
No, there's plenty of golden ones outside as well.
Okay, bye.
You gotta need a specific. Wow, look at this fucking fancy. Like, no, I gotta have a golden one. It's gonna be special. So yeah. What was I talking about? You fucking derailed the stream completely for me. Right. Anyways, I can't fucking remember what I was talking about. Steal a plushie? No. Never do that. So yeah, we have a patch coming. No, we have the update coming out in an hour or so. We're releasing it a bit earlier today because we wanted to give ourselves a little bit more time if there are any other issues in the update that we haven't seen before. So you never know because development is still ongoing. And yeah, need a moment. All right, Burke needs a moment. Okay, I'll give you a moment, Burke. I'll delay even more. Actually, while I do that, I'm gonna open this thing. How y'all doing in chat? How y'all doing? How many are here? I'm curious because we usually don't stream this early. There's a couple. There's a few. There's a couple of you. I'll stop that. Cool. Cool. An hour and count. It's almost there. 1 hour and 6 minutes. Time to stall. This whole stream is just a big old stall. super exciting. The one thing that people haven't seen though is the trailer that I've been working on, along with some other people here at Coffee Stain. It's gonna be super cool. I've been really looking forward to this. This trailer was like kind of last second because we weren't gonna do a trailer for this one actually originally, but then for a couple of reasons I'll probably explain after we show it. We moved things around in the schedule and then we ended up making a trailer anyways. And that's what I'm doing. It's kind of cool to see people saying like, I didn't realize the update was so soon, because we have been sort of, I mean, the thing with this like round of like development, update 6 is a minor update, right? Because it's a much smaller update. Because we've been doing sort of development of the regular game at the same time. So, you know, while we've been working on the general like update 6 related stuff, we've also been working on other things, because usually how it goes is when in between updates we always look at like, okay, so if we plan to have a next update in roughly like whatever time it is, I can't remember, it always varies, so there's not a time frame or anything like that, but roughly like if we're gonna make an update, how like what can we do in the time frame we have until that update? And this time around we said no, let's focus on leaving early access and finishing the game and reaching 1.0. So that's more important than, you know, thinking about like the next update and the next update and next update, because we're constantly moving the goalposts and we're constantly like, it feels like we're moving like, yeah, what we think the end game would be like. And this time around we decided, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to take production decisions that will better benefit the game as a whole rather than like the next update. And that's kind of why like this update has been a little bit smaller than previous ones, because a lot of stuff that we planned for we didn't have time to finish for update 6. Even the stuff we were going to do for update 6 we didn't have time to finish, specifically the creature stuff, which took a bit longer than we anticipated. I mean, we anticipated things would take longer than they should have, but it took even longer than we thought. So that's what we've been working on, but we've also been working on a lot of stuff that you guys haven't seen yet, and things that we're really excited about. Some things probably won't see until we leave early access, so like the 1.0 release, but there's probably a couple of things that we'll show you later down the line. Sounds like development. It is development for sure. New creatures are in the update. There's a couple of changes to the creatures that we wanted to make, but we didn't have time to do. Hey, what's up? Yeah, you can just sit down. Speaking of creatures, here's a creature. It's a lovely creature. You gotta come real close to the mic, by the way. So we gotta huddle in. So this is Burke. This is one of our producers, and I'm gonna add your name tag to the thing. How you doing, man?
Yes. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
You know, the usual, everything's ready. So now it's just excruciatingly waiting for whatever we missed.
But how much is on fire?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've had it more on fire by a big stretch before. There's always a few things, but yeah, feeling like it's less feels kind of weird, because you always expect more to be wrong.
Yeah, wild. That's dope.
Yeah.
Let me know if the volume is okay, by the way, gang, because sometimes this mic doesn't. It's like it's very directional, so you have to like perfectly poke it. So yeah, Burke is one of our producers here. We have many producers now. We just saw Uzo, who's also a producer. He used to be a QA manager. I guess it's like QA manager handler too, because he's managing a lot of the QA stuff as well. Uzo's also the one managing like actually pushing the build live and stuff like that. You've probably seen both of these people's patch notes when we post on our Discord and our Reddit and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess that is your job.
Yep.
Just
yep.
pushing away.
That is.
But what else do you do that people don't see?
People don't see. Lots of planning that never sees the light of, day outside of this office. So what are like our updates that we haven't planned yet? What are we doing like next, basically, while we're still working on this. Usually takes some time. Gets scrapped a lot, so this is why you guys never see it. Our timelines are never correct.
Yeah.
So at some point we got rid of telling details until we are sure about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's honestly a lot. It's like syncing up with all the departments. So we have like art, programming, and design that we usually split it into, right? All the features that we're currently working on, because we can't work on everything that you guys see in an update usually at the same time, but we like split it out with the amount of people that we actually have available, wrap something up to a certain degree, move to the next thing. So yeah.
That is actually a problem that most people, even in game dev, kind of don't realize. Where like when we're working, like not everyone can work on the same thing at the same time. So like when you have art people working on one thing, they can't be like at the stage that we're in right now. It's mostly like programmers working on like the update 6 stuff. But then art folks, I mean, their job has been done for a while.
Yep.
So like they have to move on to something else or work on something different or whatever. And it's a huge puzzle to like make sure that everyone is working on something and then like we're being as efficient as possible. And sometimes it's tricky too, because like sometimes you need programmers to be part of the process of when you're designing something, because like you don't know like, is this difficult to make or can we actually do this thing?
Yeah.
So it is a hassle.
Yeah, and then we have also other things behind the scenes that are like maybe not for this update, maybe not for any specific update when we do an engine upgrade or something like that. So sometimes we have updates where not even our entire programmer team has worked on it, as like an example.
Yeah.
So
yeah, programmers. We're under an hour now before it reaches early access. So one thing I actually kind of wanted to mention, we're gonna be going through the patch notes, which I think I have here somewhere. We're gonna be checking out the patch notes and talking about all the things that we're gonna be adding into this update. If this is your first time tuning in and you haven't seen anything from update 6, like this is pretty good. We're gonna be a pretty good wrap up of like what we're gonna see. Where'd you post it? Here, right? No.
Probably, maybe.
This one,
definitely
right?
there.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Make sure it doesn't open in. Yeah, cool. Oh my god, I got fucking logged out? Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
Just the usual dance whenever we need to look at
It
something.
always happens live. Like, what is this shit?
It also happens in our meeting rooms very often.
No, I can't remember my password.
Yeah, you're under pressure now.
Oh, I gotta fucking get a text and shit.
Yeah.
2auth. Always use 2auth, kids.
Yeah. Double authentication.
Yeah.
Really important. Keeps your shit safe.
I'm getting hacked right now.
No, live on stream.
Someone in YouTube chat is hacking me right now. I swear.
It's always the YouTube chat, isn't it?
No, they're fine.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna be going through some of the patch notes. This will go live in an hour roughly. Is this the final version too? I think it is, right? Or did you
Probably.
update? Yeah. We're gonna go through the patch notes and talk about what went into this update essentially, and maybe we'll swap you out with Mark too later down the line.
Yeah.
Because some things might be more interesting to hear from Mark, our game director. But I think you're in the know for most things. So like, let's start with the world.
Yeah.
We've introduced a big old biome, the Spire Coast.
Brand new, actually.
Brand new, which was like a little bit of a love child for Hannah, who is our world designer. Who I don't know, was she the one who instigated the development of that biome, or was there like what was the? Do you know?
I don't remember. Probably.
Was it like because like when do we know when we have enough biomes? Like.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that we wanted something there for a decently long time when it became the Spire Coast specifically. I'm not sure anymore, but I'm very sure that Hannah had a major hand in it, as she had in actually getting it done as well.
Yeah.
But we've had oil there for a really long time.
Yeah.
We always knew that we needed an oil location around there for like the map balance in general. That has been known for a very long time. It was very bare bones. Like there was nothing else there. So yeah, that's kind of how we find out if we need something. Do we need another biome? Do we want something special?
So that's a good point actually, because there are oil nodes in the Spire Coast. They used to be as well. They've moved around. So if you, I mean, we've tried to communicate this very early on that if you have everything in the Spire Coast, like you have to move it out, or like you don't have to, because things will still kind of work. But stuff will clip into your factories, and if you want to like change anything, you need to like be able to clip into the. It's a mess. So if you're on early access today and you haven't moved your factories out of the Spire Coast, you're gonna have to go to like either using a save editor like the Satisfactory Calculator site that Jace mentioned before, or just bite the bullet and be like, all right, guess this is my life now.
No, man, unplug the Ethernet cable right now and fix it, and then plug it back in, and you won't get the update.
You got
That's how it works.
You got 55 minutes. You can do it. You can definitely do it. So we've moved the oil nodes around, and they're not in the same position, but they're still like the same nodes. So like, if you hooked anything up to your nodes, they'll still function.
Yep.
But as soon as you remove the miners, they will need to be hooked back up. Yep. In the future, we're planning to add a little bit of a better diversity of nodes there, I think.
Yeah. So generally, many areas have gotten passes for resources, so you can build other things there too. So there's standard resources such as I think like iron and copper that are like more available in general and in smaller quantities around what I think we think of as outpost locations, so that you can create small factories there to support things that you might need, or just pull it in for like bigger construction somewhere else. And that, as far as I know, hasn't happened yet there. So yeah, that'll probably happen in the future. Same as like just the general gameplay pass.
Yeah.
The slugs, creatures.
Are there any slugs? I don't think we had time to put the slugs in, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Soon.
Yeah. Soon.
Yes. And then also like going from the Spire Coast, there's been this wall of shame on the side of Dune Desert. That's also like been part of the Spire Coast, and that has also been revamped. And there's no like a little oasis at the top, and more water extractors can be put there. There's currently a bug on dedicated servers where if you place some water extractors there, they can produce. They're not actually producing waste, but I think their UI breaks or something like that. And that's something that we're gonna look into soon-ish, I think.
Yep.
Just so you guys are aware of that. But yeah, clean up a bunch of the Dune Desert cliff wall and the plateau that's up there. The plateau has been like you could tell that was work in progress for a long time, because it was just like a flat surface.
Yeah.
And then Hannah saw someone build it, and she was like, maybe don't.
Maybe don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah. But now we wrapped up everything up there in terms of like foliage and where the cliffs go and everything. So significantly more safe to build there from this update on. For sure. We really wanted to get that in, and we did.
And then if we jump on the other side of the map from the northern part of the map to the southeast, northeast, kind of eastern side, the swamp. It's also gotten a little bit of a facelift because the swamp hasn't had didn't get like the big like landscape changes that the Spire Coast got, but the swamp definitely got like a huge change in its look and like the foliage there and the atmosphere as well. It's a lot more grim now. It's very like it looks like from Elden Ring the red what's it called the rot place. God damn it.
It's pretty nasty by design.
It's pretty nasty, and it's really nice. It's really cool. Kalid, thank you. I was waiting for chat to catch up. There we go. Kalid is the one I'm thinking of. There's like certain parts of the day where it's just like super red, and when I made the teaser trailer for the swamp, that was a lot of fun because it was so easy because everything just looked super good. Just change the time of day, and you're like, whoa, this is a completely new environment. Holy shit. It's super cool. Speaking of like the atmosphere, we have revamped the atmosphere system. We've added rain to Satisfactory.
It has no effect other than it's nice.
Cosmetic, yeah. Exactly. Something that a lot of people requested, having some rain, and now we also have thunder, I think, or like at least the sound of thunder in the game.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty
shit.
sure. Pretty sure. I get
sure?
like scared that you are like, wait, do we?
Yeah. I mean, somebody might have snuck that in.
I've seen people talk about it online at least.
Yeah, then definitely.
I think that's a good example though, because like this game is so big. There's so many people working on it. It's hard to like keep track of everything. People make fun of me because I don't know everything about the game, but like there's a lot of stuff going on, right?
Yep.
And sometimes we even miss things in the patch notes where people have snuck in like features here and there. just because of there's so many people working on this game, and people have somewhat of like a kind of big say in like what we do and how we do things. So people have that freedom to sneak in Easter eggs
or expand on things that they've made originally with stuff
Exactly.
that like they can do in a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, happens.
So the atmosphere system has changed quite significantly, and we've also added, like, as you saw in the community highlights, like the planets, or previously the moons, or maybe not. It's unclear. The celestial
objects,
celestial bodies.
But yeah.
I
Bodies.
think.
Yep.
Have changed, and there's a lot of love went into that. Oh no, okay. Thunder was not added, apparently. Scratch that. Okay. Maybe I don't know where I saw that though. I feel like I did see that somewhere.
Maybe some biomes have something that could be mistaken for it or something in their sound.
Yeah, maybe, or it was a different sound that people thought. Anyways, so ignore that. I'm just making shit up apparently, or maybe it's community trolling me. No, oh shit, they added flying beavers in Satisfactory. I'm like, whoa, we added flying beavers? I gotta tell everyone. And then they're like, gotcha. So yeah, improved atmosphere. We improved the night visuals as well. That was something, like, if you were playing on early access, you can tell that the sky is 40,000 times better. Like, holy shit. We used to get so many complaints about how the sky was so gray when we made update 5, and we already knew at that point that we were gonna revamp the sky at that point. So people were complaining like, oh, it's so gray and there's no color in the sky, and we're like, just wait, okay? So we've changed the atmosphere system. We've got volumetric clouds and stuff like that now. And the lighting and the fog has been pretty much like tweaked everywhere on the map. There's still some tweaking left to do, I'm pretty sure, between some areas. I think one of the biggest issues is like in between, like the transition between areas. That's always tricky to get right, and that's something that we're constantly working on. But yeah, there's more stuff coming.
It's as usual a good point to plug the QA site.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you are seeing stuff like that where you're like, this doesn't look right, make sure to go to our QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com, and either upvote, search on the site and see if you can find a similar ticket, or if not, then just make a ticket and say like, hey, this area looks weird.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
It really helps when a bunch of several people find an issue like that. Helps us pinpoint it, fix it, because it's manually done for like the whole world.
Yeah.
The transition errors are really difficult. Sometimes it can take a lot of time to find shit.
Yeah. Also want to point out, on the topic of the QA site, really quickly, the QA site, there's so many people posting on the QA site, so it's kind of impossible for us to respond to everything and like give states on all the tickets and stuff like that. We do read everything, for sure. So like, don't be discouraged. I know that I've seen some people like, are you actually checking the QA site? We are checking the QA site. It just we don't have the ability to respond to everyone, and just because of the sheer amount of people posting there. So please be aware of that. We are reading everything in the QA site, and we are using it as like a backlog too when we're going through stuff. So like when we do get to the time where we're doing changes to whatever, like something, then we'll load up all those QA tickets. Then like, oh, these are talking about this, and then we go through them and check and see what we feel about them. If they're feedback things, like change how I can't think of a good example thing, change how the trees look or whatever, then we'll be like, no, the trees look awesome. What are you talking about? But here's a ticket with 800 votes on it. Maybe people care a lot about the trees or whatever. Maybe we'll do it. For instance, with what are they called? The nightshades. The
nightshades?
No, the weeping willows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 40,000 people want us to keep the weeping willows. Maybe we'll consider it. Maybe we won't. I don't know.
I mean, some like just like golf, some suggestions are just bad.
Wow. So harsh. No love for the weeping willows. Save the willows. Hashtag save the willows.
I think the willows are way more debatable, honestly. Yeah.
No, golf is definitely out of the question. We even make a video about that. We're not adding golf.
Yeah. Not happening.
So yeah. Cool. That's most of the world stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the while we're on the topic of the map, we can talk a little bit about the UI stuff that we've done too.
Yeah.
Because we've changed. I don't think we didn't highlight this at all in the trailer, unfortunately. But there's a bunch of changes to the UI and the map that you use in the game. You unlock the map much earlier. You get in the first tier now, or maybe do you get in the tutorial? No, you don't get into the tutorial. You get in the first tier.
No, tier 1.
Yeah, tier 1. So you unlock the map much earlier, and we improved how the I didn't even CEST there. I could have read it. We've changed how the beacons work in the game. So beacons are going to be gone. Beacons be gone. Beacons are going to be disappearing from the game because we felt that they were a bit like they were cool and they had a huge like immersive feel to them, but they were a bit cumbersome to use. And especially when you place one beacon and you ran like to the other side of the map, you couldn't like alter it anymore, stuff like that. So we wanted to improve sort of the process of using beacons, but also sort of how you use beacons when you're exploring stuff. So like instead of So when you're exploring stuff, we now have that system where you can place markers in the world. So there's two type of markers. There's the like tag, what are they called? The
markers
stamps.
and stamps.
Yeah, markers and stamps. Yeah. So the stamps are more for like in the environment, stamping out like here's a thing, like maybe a slug, or like here's a rock that is interesting, or maybe something for the future or whatever. You can mark it out. I use them for whenever I clear crash sites. I add like a little stamp to show that this is done. I don't need to go here anymore. And if I do need to go back to the crash site, I'm like, oh shit, I need something here. Then I use a marker. So I place a marker and I type in the marker like this crash site needs blah, 10 blah per minute. Yeah. So I know that like when I go back to the base, I'm like, oh, I should bring black powder or something like that next time because I need to use it on the crash site.
Yeah. And also, just to quickly say, we said beacons won't be a thing anymore. Like they used to be, all the ones that you've placed will be converted to map markers automatically. So you don't lose what you've placed before.
So long as you haven't placed more than, what is the limit, 250 markers though? Dun, 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 dun. I think they actually do get converted though, but we have a limit of how many beacons or markers you can place in the map. And I don't know if we've settled on that number. I don't think we've seen... It's still up for debate whether that number is set in stone, I think. Last time I spoke to K2 about it. But yeah, that'll be converted. And if you do place a beacon, like, because here's a conundrum or whatever. Beacons aren't completely gone for the game yet, because you can still craft beacons, because beacons are still part of some recipes. I think they're mostly part of alt recipes. I think we ditched all of the cases where you use beacons in regular part recipes, but there's still beacons part of alt recipes, specifically the one for one of the uranium fuel rods units. Yeah, still uses beacons. We haven't removed that yet because we need to do sort of a second pass on the recipes, and that also will affect factories a lot more than I think we wanted for this update. This update was supposed to be like an add-on more so than like, you know, change to
the factory balance.
The factory balance and stuff like that. We do one thing at a time, bro. So yeah, changed how the beacons will work. They'll be gone in the future. So like, there's no point in crafting beacons essentially anymore. If you already are making beacons for that recipe, they'll still work in this update, but we'll see what happens in the future.
I think the factory recipes where they definitely changed the beacons is like the ammunition ones. But that's a whole topic of like what's an update 6, right? Like all the different ammunition types and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that just changed.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll get to that when we talk about ammunitions. So yeah, a lot of change in how the markers work in the game. There's also, you can highlight stuff, and there's a bunch of systems along that. There's more info on this in the patch notes. You need to run.
No.
Getting funny. People are sending you memes.
Yeah, people just like distracting me. I need to kind of keep on top of if anything does happen where I need to run. So
it's so busy, so important. So let's talk about creatures.
Yeah,
creatures. So we changed sort of how the AI system works. So we've done a complete revamp of the entire AI system. And I think this is like the part where we were hoping we would get further, not specifically with the AI system, I think, more so with like the implementation and usage and use case of the AI system for creatures. Because AI is difficult, it's tricky, it's like hard to design. Even if you have a system in place, it's hard to design. We actually did used to do a lot of AI behavior programming before, and like you get a certain point where you're just testing and trying out and going back and forth, and it's really hard to like know whether you nailed something with behaviors. So most of the creatures are getting a revamp of like how they behave in the future. I think we want them to also have like more variety in how they act on the map. Right now we sort of just moved over the system to this new one, so they still behave sort of similarly. There's a bit of there's a couple of changes to some of the creatures in how they attack you and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, the AI system and the navigation and the spawning have been overhauled. So yes, there's also, we've added, so they have audio, like, or audio behavioral. So like when the creatures will listen in on you now, so they can hear you.
Yeah. Perception is now both
Yes.
seeing and hearing.
Yeah.
Which
is funny when we use the cheat menu in our production build, where we have enemies ignore you, but they still listen for you. So like sometimes you'll just like see your hog that's like, oh, there was something here, and then like, wait, it's over here now, and it just keeps following you because it can't see you.
Classic must have been the wind.
Yeah. It's so funny. They also have like a condition where they try to flee. So we'll get to that when we talk about a bit more of the weapons. But for instance, if you throw like a gas grenade, instead of trying to charge you, like some of the enemies will try to like run away from you instead because they feel overwhelmed or something. Or if they reach, I think it's when they get hurt enough or something like that. If they realize like this is a winning fight, then they try to just escape instead.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So we changed the visuals for some of the creatures, specifically for the spitters. We have a variety of spitters now. We have like the desert spitter, we have the aquatic spitter, we have the forest spitters, which are both green and red, depending on where you encounter them. Wasn't there one more? Maybe I'm making one up.
No, those are the...
Maybe I'm thinking 4 because it's like green and red forest spitters. But yeah. So there's a variation to it. And as before, we have an alpha and like a regular type of spitter. This is the same thing for the hogs as well. There's an alpha hog and there's like the regular beta hog. We gotta add the sigma hog. So and right now I think all like the spitters and all the hogs in the environment have sort of the same HP and the sort of same behavior patterns and stuff like that. In the future, we want them to have more variety to them. So like if you're in a more what we consider like end game area on the map or whatever, then creatures will be more difficult to kill and they'll have like a different behavior, stuff like that. Whereas in the beginning part of the game, they're supposed to be easier and stuff like that. So that will change later down the line. We didn't have time to finish that for update 6.
Yep.
That's coming too. I think one of the bigger changes is the crab hatchers.
Yeah. They now spawn crabs but don't explode when they do.
Yeah.
So we've made the flying crabs significantly easier to deal with.
Yeah, they're down 1 hit now.
Yep. But the spawner will keep on spawning new waves in certain intervals until you destroy the spawner.
Which, like, some people are like, oh, they're much easier to kill now, but also they're more annoying if you don't have the tools to take care of them. You definitely need to, like, I think they're harder early game, but end game they're easier because you have like the better tools for it. Especially you have like the different nobelists that we have.
Yeah.
It's an interesting tool. There's also, we'll mention that later, but there's also another tool you can use on them that we haven't shown yet.
Oh
wow. There's actually one more thing coming. I forgot to say that. There's one thing we haven't revealed yet. Some people have maybe guessed what it is because of unintentional tips from us, but no spoilers. We'll get to that later. Or rather, you'll see in a second. Yeah. Let's see here. Stinger changes.
Yeah.
What are the stingers?
The
cats.
arachnophobia triggering. Yep, the cats.
I always play with arachnophobia mode on, so I forget that stingers are a thing.
Simply better.
Yeah, they are much more ferocious now. I think Mark was very pleased when he talked about the changes to the stingers because now they jump and shit.
Yeah. So the leap attack has been made more reliable for them in general.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Let's make those worse.
This is why we can't have nice things. Just give Mark them.
Yeah. And the small ones are they're way more aggressive now. And they hit way more likely, but also they deal less damage. So
So more creepiness factor, but they're less like lethal. Yeah.
Small ones in
It
particular.
is. I'm saying this now, by the way, I think it's good to know this before you encounter them, because if you encounter them and you don't know that they can jump and like way more the way that they do now, I've been so surprised. Like when I have the jetpack on, I'm like, you can't get me, and then like it actually does get you. So be careful about that. Avoid the swamp. Yeah, they leap very high. Spoiler alert. And did we actually do this? I think we did. If you can see what it says.
I think we did, yeah.
Talk about it, because I don't know what it actually entails then.
I mean, basically, we made the drops for the different creature types look different from each other.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that. That's true.
Yeah.
One thing I haven't talked about here too is we changed sort of when you're collecting stuff from the drops that the creatures leave you now, they're all unique, like you mentioned, and they all feed into the sort of the same production line or the recipe line, so that you can make protein meat out of them. Is it?
Yeah, it's alien protein.
Alien protein.
Yeah.
And then out of that you can make alien something.
It's a DNA capsule.
DNA capsule, yeah. And we don't really need to, I don't know too much about, like, because there is some thought into, like, because right now you can convert that into biomass if you want to. So if you, an additional way to collect biomass is to just go and kill a bunch of creatures and then, convert them into alien protein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There are other intentions for those, like, parts that won't be in for update 6. They're coming later down the line, I think. I don't know if this is for 1.0 or if it's for something else or some alt recipe or something, but Mark had something in mind. Or maybe he changed his mind. I don't know.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
You can only ask Mark.
Yes.
Doesn't tell anybody else what's up.
No. And then we also added a bunch of HUD indicators and stuff like that. So now it says, like, creatures are near or something like that.
Yeah.
Some people actually requested if we would possibly turn that off, because apparently it's ruins it for some people with what's it called?
The immersion or the
auditory, like the thing that shows up. It's like blocking something else or something. I can't remember what the
directional. Maybe?
Yeah, exactly. There's a ticket for that on the QS site though, I think, if we look into it. But we are aware of that at least. That's the map. That's the stuff. I mean, we can talk about the equipment because we are closing in on. How much time is left? 33 minutes. Oh boy. I can't believe it. So yeah, equipment. I think this is the biggest like change in terms of content. Ish, I'd say. Yeah. Because we've added a bunch of equipment. And the idea with all the equipment changes wasn't to make it so that, you'll be more powerful. I mean, you are more powerful. I love how... Wait, you seeing this shit? Oh, it's in Swedish though.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. I love how one person says like, no, that's not in, and then another's like, no, that is in. Anyways, what was I talking about? Equipment. Yeah. We've the biggest one is the 4 equipment slots. The thing that we said we probably wasn't gonna do or weren't gonna do. We sort of backpedaled a little bit on that, or I wouldn't say we're backpedaled. I think because the thing I've always said is that we are going to evaluate like every option, because when people suggest like, hey, you should do it like that, because the body slot is such a good example, because like, hey, it's annoying that I can't equip these 2 items at the same time, just add one more body slot. And from our point of view, it's like, yeah, that's one way of doing it, but there might be other ways like to fix that problem or to add on top of it, so to speak. Like maybe it's the equipment that it's wrong with or something else, and we don't want to say like, no, we'll definitely add on the body slot, because then you guys are expecting that specific change. We'd rather like to take our time and look into it and be like, okay, no, but the problem wasn't the body slot, it was something else, and we want to have time to sort of look into that and evaluate ourselves before we say like what our intentions are. Another good example is the Mark 5 belt and the Mark 6 belt. I don't think we've decided, like with the miner, how like the miner can output more than what the Mark 5 belt can do. I think we sort of decided a little bit. Maybe we shouldn't say now, but we want to sort of like evaluate like what is the better option here. Is it better to have a Mark 6 belt, or is it better to have, what What does that mean, etc., etc., yada yada yada. So with the equipment stuff, we wanted to like look into that. Like, can we make the equipment more interesting, or if we add more body slots, will that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think we realized a little bit of both in a way, because we realized that the cheaper way or the best way, the biggest bang for a buck is to add another body slot. But it does add the problem that like some combinations like the jetpack and the blade runners is like early game they're a bit OP. So, but the solution for that, I think that we're gonna attempt to do, and correct me if I'm wrong about that, is to sort of see maybe in the future to make like maybe the jetpack should have like a Mark 1 or Mark 2, or maybe like depending on what fuel you use in a jetpack, it'll be more powerful, something like that. So you can like unlock the jetpack earlier, but it's like rubbish, but it's still a jetpack that you can equip and use along with everything else. So we balance the equipment in that way rather than like trying to do like an overhaul of everything.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of win-win for everyone essentially. So we'll see what we do there. I don't know what we actually intend to do. This is just like ideas that Mark has spitted out at me. So we'll see. I mean, we've always.
I think the short form is like usually there's real issues with these things that you guys are telling us about or that we're thinking about. It's just always about how do we address it the best.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it might not be specifically what's been suggested. Sometimes it is 100%, and other times we find other solutions that we think work best for the game.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah.
For that. So yeah, we added more weapon types for the weapons. Like I said before, it's not necessarily to make like the weapons better or like, you know, more powerful or whatever. I mean, some weapons definitely are more powerful. I'm thinking of the Nuke Noble specifically, but the idea was really to add variety to the game. Like, this isn't gonna be like a shooter game. The intent wasn't that it was gonna be Doom or something like that.
Yeah, they're like cool tools basically. Yeah, that you can unlock over time.
And like maybe you'll still revert back to just using like the rebar gun, or maybe you'll just use like the rifles and in the default state. And that's I mean, it's gonna be different for everyone. I definitely know where I lean. Like, I'm using the explosive rebar almost nonstop when I tried it out. So yeah, there's a bunch of new nobelisks. There's a gas nobelisk, there's a cluster nobelisk, there's a pulse nobelisk, and there's a nuke nobelisk. Gas makes fart gas.
Yep.
Cluster
Easy.
splits up and creates smaller ones.
Like
The
worms.
cluster one is so cool because you can like throw it up in the sky and you can like explode it, and then it'll drip out like the smaller clusters and hit stuff. It's so much fun to like chase enemies on the map by doing that. There's also the pulse nobelisk, which is like it creates this pulse when it explodes, so it pushes enemies. It can also push yourself with it, which I think I use that way more for that use case than like actually handling the enemies. Like, I use it to do rocket jumps essentially. And then we have the nuke nobelisk, which is like just a upgrade to the regular nobelisk that just big bang.
Yep.
Big boom.
Biggest boom.
With the
Biggest boom in the game.
with the drawback that it creates like nuclear fallouts for a little bit of time. So like if you're not wearing the hazmat suit, you can take damage from the aftermath of it, but then it disappears from the map, so it's not like persistent in that sense.
So big bada boom. Yeah.
Big bada boom for sure. There's also a couple of changes that rifle ammo. So we have the regular ammo, but we also have the turbo ammo, which is like it builds up speed the more you use it, and you can retain the speed if you keep like hitting the trigger. And there's also a homing rifle ammo that homes in on enemies, so you don't have to aim anymore. And they're great against the flying crabs, like specifically. I don't know if... No, they're pretty good against the hatcher itself too, because once the ammo's taken out the crabs, then it will go for the hatcher. So it's really good. You just aim in the general direction and it'll take care of it. And then we got a bunch of new rebars. We got the stun rebar, which is great if you when you hit enemies, it'll stun them. I think in some cases they also run away when they get stunned. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe that's just what I've noticed. There's the shadow rebar, which is like a shotgun essentially. And then the explosive rebar, which is like a grenade launcher essentially. So a rebar that explodes on when it detects a corner. What's it called? On contact. That's the word.
Yeah.
And then we'll skip this. We also, oh my god, this next feature is the best. The best.
Yeah.
So we added holstering finally. I forgot about that. It's kind of fun to go through these things because like I've played with this now for a bit and like it's just like yeah, it's good. I forgot about that. It's in this update that we added it. So yeah, you can now holster your equipment.
Yep.
You press H by default, or H if you're in Australia. No wait.
Serious?
No, they say H. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
H. And yeah, it's probably the best Call of Duty feature ever.
Best thing we've ever made.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ship now. We're done.
I've wanted that
It's
since
over.
day one, honestly. And we overhauled the HUD for the equipment stuff. We'd given feedback on. This was a couple of changes to like the cursor when you're in different fire modes. So they're all different.
Yeah, when you're like switching between different equipments and stuff like that, it's you could only see when the equipment was out. What you were switching to.
Yeah.
So now we added some HUD feedback for that too. So you can more easily identify. Oh yeah, I'm switching to my object scanner. Or like in combat, back to the Noble is back to the rifle.
Yeah, and you can like see in this when you're using the scroll wheel to change. You can see like how far away the items that you're looking for. So you know, like oh, I need to scroll twice because that I always forget that when I've got it equipped. We also changed like some of the UI with like when you're hovering over. So the tooltip that you get is a bit more detailed now for equipment and for items in general. Double clicking and equipping an inventory equips it. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, crosshairs, talked about that. We changed how the chainsaw sound. That's pretty cool. I noticed that. I definitely noticed that. How the chainsaw is a bit better now in the audio levels and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of general audio changes here as well. Gotta give some love for audio. And yeah. Equipment is now colored after your default like color scheme. So if you want like a blue rifle, you can have that.
Yeah.
But what if you don't want to have a blue rifle? You're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's almost everything. Let's see here. There's a bunch of balancing quality of life stuff. Factory. Oh yeah, radar towers. We got to talk to that. Yeah, so radar towers are also different now because radar towers now like show when you place a radar tower, they have more functionality, so they will show sort of on the map everything that's going on. So you can also see like how many collectibles are there. You can see what nodes are in that area, so you can see like and also their purity.
Yeah, now also you might know from previously that radar towers built up how fast they reveal stuff. It now does it immediately.
Okay.
Right. So as soon as you connect power to it, it goes boop. This is the part of the map. You can see this now. But the radius has been decreased a bit. Yeah.
So
and they also stop showing like this is where your resource nodes are, or this is what type of creatures are in here when they lose power.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And I mentioned like you can also see like how many slugs are in an area or within the radius. You can see how many what fauna that spawns in that area. So like if you want to avoid the stingers, then you can put up a radar tower and be like, oh shit, there's stingers here. I'm not gonna go here, and stuff like that. Cool.
There might be. Oh, I'm not sure if we fixed that actually. If there is a thing that a radar tower works immediately. If you load the save, if it works how it's supposed to.
Dun dun dun. If not, we'll fix that at some point.
No, yeah, I think it's fine. If there's any issue with this, maybe try just rebuilding it real quick and see if that fixes anything.
Yeah,
but I think it was fine. This is like a really long time ago. This was from experimental release. Still a memory.
That's like June.
Yeah. Yep. It's been a long time this time.
Been a long time. Let's see here. We updated a couple of visuals. I guess I mentioned this briefly at the start, but one thing we can also clarify now is we are going to add a couple of more buildable pieces. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it in today with all this stuff, but a little bit good news actually compared to if you've seen the Reddit post that I posted. So I said that we were going to remove pretty much all of those new buildables. Apparently the half foundations are in this build. Yeah, so they will work, luckily. There's also slanted walls, more slanted corner wall pieces are coming. There's also roof corner pieces that are coming.
Yeah, those are not in now.
No.
Yeah.
So they'll come out in like a couple of weeks or something like that. They were intended to be part of Update 6, but there was a couple of issues where like if we were to put them out now, when people build with them in the state that they're in, once we fix them up, it will like move around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's one thing if we do that on the experimental release, but we feel that if we do that on the early access branch, then it feels like we're kind of, people are expecting a more stable version of the game, and it didn't feel good doing it there.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to just like pull it from the build for now, and then reintroduce it once we feel more comfortable fixing those snapping issues and those like when you're coloring it and stuff like that it doesn't move around.
Yeah, exactly. It's always harder as well to like as soon as we have something in proper or like in a way like on early access with buildings, changing anything can really be causing some issues that we then also want to fix, because otherwise it's really not good enough for us for the experience that early access should have.
So expect that within like a couple of weeks. Like I don't think it will take that long, honestly, because it feels like this sounded like most of the nooks and crannies have been investigated, and we were even surprised, I guess, that we were going to get the half foundations in today, because we originally didn't think we were going to do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's promising. So yeah, there's inner and outer corner pipe extensions coming, and there's more stuff. Let's see. Oh, we added lights to trains. That's a highly requested. I don't know why I'm seeing so many people request that. But we added lights to trains. Apparently, that was really people really wanted that. So yeah, Pog.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, like little nuggets. Build menu is a little bit wider now, so it fits more items at the same time. One more. It's like 6. I think it was 5 before. It's crazy.
Yeah. Signs work a little bit different too. Like when you're when you're making signs, you don't have to copy and paste. Like you don't have to go through into the sign and copy and paste. You can copy and paste outside the sign now. Sign settings also take effect immediately, so you don't have to like apply the sign settings, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Optimized. Yeah, there's a bunch of optimization too in the game, I think.
Yeah, I guess something that we can always say, like we generally try to get some optimizations into every update. There's something that we're always working on. With a game like Satisfactory, that is kind of, it's a sandbox that it's open-ended. This is a core concern of like how far can we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of that.
And like you say, we are for each patch almost we are optimizing the game in some way. It's like not a thing where we can add like a huge optimization pass to an update. There always is like micro adjustments that we make, and then when you look back you see like, oh shit, the game runs so much better now than we did before. But you don't see that in every single patch. You just see like small adjustments. Some people do see like there are certain edge cases where people have built in a certain way where we notice that like, oh shit, it's so much better now than it was before this patch. But I think that's rare and far between. I think most people will not like notice the difference every time we optimize. They'll just see it, it'll just run better. But at the same time, while we're optimizing the game, you guys are building more. So like, if you start fresh, that's when you'll see the biggest change. But you guys are constantly pushing the limits of the game, and we're trying to constantly like also push that, but we're all moving the goalposts at the same pace. So like the game is, a little bit of a standoff in that sense. One cool thing that we also changed with the UI is we've changed how the to-do list works.
Oh yeah.
So the to-do list has gotten a huge update. I think wasn't it earlier? I'm gonna just go scroll up here because.
Yeah, we talk about in detail up there.
Yeah.
A bit below. Oh.
Close.
Yeah, almost there. To-do list updates.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of changes to the to-do list. There's like a public and a private like section now in the to-do list where you can write like messages. So like if you're playing online, they will see the same message as you. So if you want to write like a little to-do list, you can do that. If you want that to be like for everyone in the play session, you can do that. If you want it to be just for you can do that. There's a little bit of markup like logic in there, so you can have like check boxes and coloring. No, we can do. I know you can do check boxes. Maybe font size or like bold or something.
Bold, yeah. Maybe you can make it orange.
Maybe.
I don't know. That would be on brand, but
yeah.
Don't quote us on this.
No, it's a tiny bit of markup logic in there, and they're like when you add stuff to the to-do list, it's also a little bit different, and you can access now on the right hand side side of the screen, anywhere. Or anywhere you have the cursor open, I should say.
Yeah, somebody wrote orange and bold options.
Nice.
Huh?
So yeah, that's a huge chunk of the update 6 patch notes that we just went through. All this stuff will be posted in like 16 minutes, so it'll be available for everyone to read, and yeah, good times will be had by all.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh yeah, dude, forgot about this. Pioneer. So one of the changes we also did was that all your health is now generated. So not just like three first bars. It's like your entire health. So, you know, I mean, I think the intent is just like, this isn't a survival game. This is first and foremost a factory building game. There's a dash of exploration and combat, right? So you can still die from enemies, but you know, in the long run, you know, it's supposed to be chill.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit to full. It goes faster until like I think the 3 until the what it regenerate before. It's faster, and then up to full it takes a bit longer, a few minutes. But yeah, it does regenerate all the way to full.
Yep. Yeah, boy. Cool. Yeah. That's the update. I'm forgetting a few things, but I'm also like kind of, we don't need to go through everything.
Yeah, you guys can check it out in the patch notes later. Like.
Yeah, for sure. And see it when it goes live. One thing I want to say real quickly though is, if you were here in the beginning, we talked about how we were thinking of changing how the overclocking works in the game, and we've decided not to do that for now. We have decided to sort of kind of postpone it / think about it a bit more and see what we do. We don't have like, we're not committing to one way or another right now, because we want to look into ourselves. There's also a couple of things that we're working on right now where like it will sort of solve those issues with overclocking as well, so it might not be as an immediate issue. So we feel like if we did change how like overclocking worked now as an experiment, then we wouldn't really get good data, because later down the line we have a couple of changes that would affect that anyways.
Yeah,
you guys haven't seen yet. So we felt that like, nah, not for this update. So we'll see what we do. I think I mean, the problems that we tried to solve was the fact that it was like hard to understand how it worked, and like slugs are, you know, in a sense like not super usable at certain parts of the game. And we still want to solve those issues. We just want to like look into all the alternatives that we have and try and fit them better in what things we have coming up.
Yeah, it's like what we talked about earlier, right? There's different solutions to the same problem.
Yeah.
And right now we have, as you said, other things in the pipeline, and some other things in mind than what we originally thought.
Yes, for sure. So I'm looking forward to see what we do there, because I actually have no idea. But yeah. So that's the update in a sense. I'm gonna kick you off actually, because dare I?
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's my branding. Because we got a little bit of wrap up to talk about before we drop the trailer. You're probably gonna be somewhere pulling a lever or something.
Yep. That's how it works. We've got a lever set up in the basement.
We should actually set up like a stupid ass like Arduino thing where like you have to pull something physical for the update to go live.
Yeah, like just like a lever for like Reddit, button for Steam, just like different things. Or like one of those, you know, like twisted bopper.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say one of those buttons. I was like, push that, go live. Shit. So yeah, thanks for coming, Burke.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Going through.
You all enjoy the update.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Cool. All right, we're 12 minutes away from the release of Update 6 on on Early Access. So, real quick, before you download the update, we'll be streaming a little bit after the update drops as well, just to go through some of the things. But I just want to real quickly say right now, if you haven't backed up your save files at this point, please do. Please back up your save files if you intend to keep using the same save file. I know some people said they're going to start over in Update 6, but I really, really want to recommend that people back up your save files. And how do you do backups? It's just like copy and paste the save files in. And the save files are located in your local app data. They're in your local app data, factory game, saved, save games. That's where all your save files are. If you're on our Discord, if you're on our Reddit, if you're on Steam, You can check our Steam forums. There's pinned posts where the save files are located. Same thing on Discord. There's a FAQ. You can check the FAQ and see where the save files are actually located physically in your hard drive. They are physically on your hard drive. That's the problem, because when you're switching versions between early access and experimental, sometimes like Cloud Sync and Epic Game Sync are like, this isn't the latest version, and then they'll revert your save file. That's happened to a lot of people, and even sometimes you can get that issue where like it will pop up like a little window and it tells you like, which save file do you want to use, and it's not clear what it means. Like even I get confused when I see it, and I'm like, is it the save local? So like, please back up your save files, because if the Cloud Sync rewrites your save file or something else goes wrong in the update or whatever, your save file is gone. And I've talked to a lot of people where the save file is just gone and there's nothing we can do, and it's a bummer, regardless of what the issue is. If it's because of us, or it's because of Steam or Epic, or if it's because of user error, like, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. It's just a bummer that it happens, and if we can avoid it, then we'd rather avoid it, especially if you spend so much time on your save files. Like, you spend 600 hours or whatever on your save file, and then it's gone. That is devastating. So for my sake and for your sake, please back up your save files, and all you need to do is just copy and paste the save folder somewhere. The save files shouldn't trademark be that big, so they shouldn't take up too much space. So yeah, please do that. Super important. 10 minutes. Holy shit. Super exciting. Gone like Jason the Wind. So that's the most important thing. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Local. Oh, come back. Stop moving. Slinky on Twitch got our backs. I'm just gonna copy paste this here too. Yeah, so that's the directory to your save files. So back them up, but don't mess up when you back up your save files. By the way, don't delete your save files when you're doing it. Just copy and paste them somewhere. Cool. 9 minutes. Ooh boy. Always back up after playing. That's pretty good. Some people have they're using version control systems and stuff like that, so that every day they'll get a backup, which is nice. I mean, it's a little bit over the top, but it's cool. There is we have tried to make like a little bit of a backup in the general game. Every time the game saves, it will create like a backup if you're manually saving, and there's a backup folder one step out of that folder. It's called like backup, save game backups or something like that. That's only a certain amount of backups though, and it's only when you manually save. So if you're using autosave, then it doesn't kick in. But that system is it's always the thing where you're making like redundant systems. Like the redundant system can fail too, and then do you make a redundant system for your redundant system? It's always best to make sure manually to make sure that everything is copy and pasted and everything is good. So yeah, another really important thing here, 8 minutes left, is that if you're not seeing the update immediately in Steam or Epic, restart the browser. That helps. And if you're on the experimental branch on Steam, you need to switch back to the default one. You can probably already do that now, but make sure you back up your save files before you do that, and you should be Gucci. Format C, then check. No. Don't do that. Be kind. Be nice. So yeah, cool stuff. So also one thing I want to mention real quick for dedicated server stuff is that good reminder that dedicated servers are an experimental feature still. So even if update 6 comes out on dedicated, for everyone else, dedicated servers are still experimental, and there are a couple of issues. There are a couple of known issues for dedicated servers for this update. We are gonna get we're gonna have a chance to do a pass on dedicated servers at some point in the future. Hopefully not too far in the future. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in development, so we have a little bit of hard time doing everything at the same time, and we're trying to solve the most immediate issues for people on dedicated servers. But just know that there are bugs on dedicated servers. Dedicated servers are experimental, even if this update comes out on the early access branch. So just know that. There's a couple of known issues. One is that the game uses a lot more RAM on dedicated servers. That's known, and that's like an unfortunate side effect of the changes to the AI and the navigation system, I believe. But I think we're gonna have a chance to look into that later down the line. So yeah, dedicated servers might require more RAM for now. There's the water extractor bug that I mentioned before. I don't think that's fully fixed. I think it's still a lingering issue for some people. But that is known as well, and we're gonna look into that as soon as we can. I think we fixed some of the foliage issues and some of the crashes we have on dedicated servers. So that's coming too. Oh shit, one thing I forgot to talk about actually during the patch notes is we're also, in this update, we're also changing some of the telemetry stuff that we have in the game. From day one, we've always done the thing where we're like collecting gameplay data from players, and this is something you can opt out of. The telemetry in the game has always been completely anonymous, so it's only about like, you know, gameplay feedback essentially. So nothing can be traced back to you. It can't be traced back to you as a person or anything like that. So and that's something we've done since day one. Essentially, it's the same system. Now we changed the system that we're using for telemetry so we can get a better understanding about it. When you boot the game, it shows like a little box, info box, that hopefully everyone has seen. That gives you all that information. I just want to like really quickly mention that we are making this change, because I know that some people are very like interested in that stuff and like care a lot about that stuff. So, you know, it's important to take care of your personal information. If you don't want to send up gameplay feedback in terms of like, you know, stuff that's happening in the game, then you don't have to. That's completely opt-in. What the hell? What are you doing? Crashing my stream. You're ruining everything. What are you doing?
Chilling.
You're just sitting in the background.
Yep.
So I got joined by Hannah and Natalie. They can't hear you because you need to be.
Yes.
You need to be super close to the mic for it to pick up. So I just look like a maniac when I do this. So yeah, how y'all doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
You can sit on the couch if you want to.
I'm too scared.
I'm too scared. We're 4 minutes away. You're ruining my beautiful set that I've decorated.
Shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's so funny because I placed that doggo there just so I block out the couch. Because there is another couch behind here that looks weird on camera. Last time I had like a huge like banner in front of it.
This is
Yeah.
he's a good boy.
I'm covered by all the friends.
All the good
All
boys.
the friends.
Anyway, I'm gonna chill behind you and
alright.
just, you know, look at you like
Just
Alright.
yeah, we're just creepily in the back.
You do the thing I told Jace before, like you can just sit in the corner and look at me and it'll be awkward and like nobody will know except me. Can't believe this shit. All right, we're 3 minutes away from the big release. The big release. I already asked if you were excited. You were excited.
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you whispering. Stop.
We're giving you compliments.
I can't believe you said that. Oh my god, he's talking shit about the UI. I can't believe it. Yeah, the doggo is this is a lot bigger than you think. Here's the smaller version. The wastes that you can put. It's like magnetized. You put all the stuff. Where's the other thing? You you can make the.
You can make him kiss.
I was gonna say like, you can make the doggo, and the goat.
This is not safe for work. This is, we can't show.
The stream got really lewd. Wait, can you do? Oh no, I can't.
We're gonna get demonetized. Oh.
We don't get monetized anyway, so it's all good. Holy shit, it got stuck on the mic. That's pretty cool. Oh, cool. Nice. I should have done that from the start. Why didn't I think about that? Where's the magnet? It's in here somewhere. How are we doing? 2 minutes. Cool. I can't wait for this build where I can just put this stream button or whatever. The trailer button. Got a trailer button. Yeah, how do we fill the last 3 minutes? We filled the last 3 minutes with lewd goat sim content. For sure. The echo's fine because I'm so close to the mic. They can't hear you. Like, it's a funny thing because it's so super directional. Can't wait to bro can't say this. Magnets are bad for mics. That's actually kind of true. It is true. You can kiss again. I think there's a magnet in this one too, right? No. Want my money back. Dave, if you're watching, I want my money back. Alright. I'll put you there. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Stable equals experimental? No, so stable is the EA branch. So it's the default one. And if you're on Epic, it should show up as like its own sort of thing. And if you're on like Steam, you have to switch back to in the betas tab. He's fucking creeping. I'm so sad we didn't get to do your segments. We're gonna do it next time. We have a really funny segment.
It's fine.
Yeah, we have a really funny segment coming up. We'll save it for then.
At some point in the future.
Yeah. Some point. Linus did work his fucking ass off. I don't know if you saw that.
We can use it for update 7, update
Yeah, yeah.
8, whatever.
Update 7? What are you
Whichever.
talking about? There's no update 7.
Update 9.
Crazy.
Update 10.
50 seconds. 44 seconds. I can't believe this shit.
Jesus.
The stream is derailed. It's gone down the shitter at this point. Holy shit. 30 seconds. Oh boy, I gotta get ready to push the button. Where's the button? It's over here. Yeah, so we're gonna watch the trailer that I worked so hard on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hype.
Hype. So cool. And yeah, reveal some cool things. That's never before seen. So yeah, you saw in the intro. If you were here for the intro, you saw the teaser for it. Now we're gonna get the full exclusive content. Here we go, baby. 3 seconds.
Woo!
Here we go.
Let's go.
Somebody said that playing noise is what I should do. That's what they say, and then they walk away. You can shake your head and watch me as I go. You can run your mouth, just watch me as I go. Watch me as I go, watch me as I go. Watch me as I go.
Yay! We made it. Update 6 is gonna be out soonish. It always takes like a little bit before the update actually shows up for everyone. But we have pushed the button, so it is going out, everybody. Super stoked. Where's the thing? Here, go away. Cool! We survived another stream. Awesome.
Amazing.
Amazing. A little bit shorter stream today, release stream wise goes. Dark trailer, thank you. Hope you're stoked for it. So, the new
Boombox,
hype thing.
baby.
Boombox is coming, baby! The most like important feature of update 6. Kinda leaked it.
Base.
Yeah, we leaked it twice. Accidentally. But yeah, it's really cool. It's I'm not gonna talk too much about it. It's an equipment piece that you can get. You saw in the trailer, you can use it for turbo bass. It boosts the game. Some people noticed if you've been on Reddit and stuff, you noticed that there were a couple of like tapes showing up in the world. Oops.
That was deliberate?
Yeah.
Completely deliberate.
I
100%
mean,
copy.
people have already data mined the boombox, so they knew it was coming. But yeah, now it's official. The boombox is in update 6. We were actually gonna release it for update 5 originally, I think. It's funny because okay, so here's the full story behind the trailer that we were waiting for. So the boombox was supposed to be update 5, maybe even update 4 actually.
Nah, it was 5.
Was it 5? Yeah. So we've always had like the boombox in mind whenever we've sort of have ideation meetings about trailers. We've always had like the boombox to be the centerpiece of them all, and we've always been like, we can't do it because we're not adding the boombox. So it's always been a bummer for the trailer group to be like, we can't have the boombox. And we had so many ideas that were around the boombox. And then we decided, no, we're going to release the boombox in Update 6, and it's going to be like an add-on to like at the end of Update 6. So I worked on a teaser video, which was the thing I showed at the start of the stream.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah.
So, like, I've never seen that before.
So that was the teaser video for the boombox. It was supposed to be, it was supposed to be that whole first segment. So like the Pioneer goes into the cave and she finds the boombox, and then she shows it off to the other Pioneer, and that was the teaser essentially. And we noticed, and then we realized we won't be able to push the boombox on experimental. So like, well, then we can't make a teaser video because, yeah. So we took the teaser video that I worked on and made it into a trailer instead. So that was the whole process of that. Fun facts, yeah. So that was, and we said that we were gonna make a trailer for Update 6, but it became a trailer because we had to revamp the whole thing. So bonus. So yeah, the boombox is now on early access and experimental. They're the same build at the moment. They're in parity. So good times will be had by all. Glad you liked the trailer. We actually have one more thing that I'm gonna talk about. I just gotta prep a little bit. Where is it? It's in here. Yeah. Oh my god, go away. Yeah, I'm still using the PowerPoint that you gave me for
For
Sweden.
2019, right?
Was it 2019?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID.
Shit. It's a good, like,
Yeah.
it's good.
Template.
It just works.
It's a good template.
It's almost like it's your job.
Yeah. The hell?
Weird.
Paid to make things.
So yeah, we're so what's gonna happen now is this. Whoops, I didn't switch it actually.
Nope.
I'm gonna go back.
Never mind.
Never
Just
mind.
teasing them.
Yeah, teasing. Where's the thing? It's over here. This is the thing I wanted. So what's happening now? So update 6 is coming out now. It's rolling out at the very moment. It's updating. People are getting it on Steam. Cool, cool, cool. If it's not showing up on Steam, make sure to hit the restart Steam, like the browser, like close the application and everything, and it should show up again. We're gonna be working on update 6 for a little bit more. There's a couple of things with update 6. Like I mentioned before, there's the snapping issues that we had with the buildables. There's probably a couple of issues that are going to show up that we didn't notice in experimental. And the creature stuff is also going to, we're going to keep working on that. But I'm going to beat you to the punch, okay? And just say real quickly, what's happening after update 6 is probably going to be...
What?
Question mark?
Yeah, you should question.
Yeah, you should question this.
Always question.
Nani? When it's 8 then. It's just that you can't win. So yeah, we weren't sure what the plan was going forward for after update 6. We were either gonna just iterate on the update and change the stuff, but we think there's gonna be an update 7. We think there's gonna be some stuff, and we might be able to talk about it very soon actually, because like I mentioned before, while we've been working on update 6, we also been working on other stuff. We've been working on story, for instance, stuff so that we're not going to see for a while. But there's also been working on some cool systems that we want to add to the game, and those are probably going to be part of update 7. Update 7 is going to probably be another minor update, so just gauge that real quick. But yeah, there's going to be update 7 essentially. Is the grand reveal here. So when is update 7? I don't know.
My birthday.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's determined. Nobody probably heard that on stream, so it's perfect. My turn to give up. What do you want? Yeah, sure. The build is broken.
No, that's not broken.
Oh, God.
But, I've been seeing that a lot of you are switching from experimental to EA. You don't have to right now.
No.
You could just stay on experimental and wait for the update to download. Because from what I'm seeing on chat, the numbers of the download size and stuff, some of you are downloading the old version, so you're gonna have to download the new one again. So you're doing a double download. So if you're in experimental already, just stay there, don't switch, and the build will upload normally.
Yeah, it's the same build on both EA and experimental, unless you really want to like not stay on experimental.
Yeah, after you can confirm that you are on update 6, then you can switch between the two, because they'll be the same build.
Yeah. Maybe I like downloading stuff. I mean, if you like to, I mean, you
Yeah.
got Swedish internet.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to wait longer, then go for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for now.
Cool. Glad you got that out of the way. Do you have anything else important you want to say before we end off? Cool. You can like puppeteer him. Be like, oh, it looks so freaky. Oh God. Oh boy. All right. Wow, we're gonna close it off on that, huh? All right. I can't deal with this right now. Oh my God, loading screen. So yeah, hope you guys have fun with the update. We will probably see each other very soon while we work on update 6, but also on update 7. And yeah, take care, everyone, and have fun. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.